Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Nick. Today we are trying new Silvertown cycle shuttle. Join us today as we take the new Silvertown cycle shuttle from Greenwich all the way up through the tunnel to the North Bank at Silvertown. As you can see from the Greenwich side, where we're at now, it's very close to the O2 Arena, along with handy access to cycleway number 14. The bus we're going to take today only takes cyclists, so if you're a pedestrian without a bike, I'm very sorry but you can't use this service. But there are places to lock your bike at each end of the journey. And looking at the timetable here, we can see that the buses depart every 12 minutes, which is a 3-bus service, so there are 3 buses that are operating this route, which means there will be a bus at each end at all times. So if you turn up in the rain, you can get on the bus and wait in the shelter. Each bus will depart as the last bus catches it up, which gives the 12-minute turnaround times. And as we can see from the back of the bus, they're all electric, which is great for a tunnel service, as there will be no emissions to deal with, which provides nice, green, responsible transportation. Looking at the bus shelter, you can see there's adequate place to sit, along with the space to stand your bike. This is a very rare occasion you'll catch me on camera, as I board the next service bound for Silvertown, and as you can see, each bike is strapped in with a seatbelt style buckle and holder. And as we look around the bus, you'll see there's plenty of space to sit as well. Now I've taken my seat, let's have a look around as we depart for Silvertown. So the bus runs non-stop through to the other side, and the complete journey time takes roughly 6 minutes. On board, there are 4 areas for bikes down the bottom, each with a space for 2 bikes each, bringing the total to a maximum of 8 non-folding bikes in the bike storage area. Just in front of me, which we'll look at later, there are additional storage racks for folding bikes. Now whilst the bus is commencing its journey, we're going to talk about some numbers. So if we work it out, a bus every 12 minutes, that's 5 buses an hour, in each direction, which brings the total capacity of rigid bikes to 40 bikes per hour each way. Or, in other terms, on average a bike every 1.5 minutes. So in the off-peak times, whilst you might find it quite easy to get on, at peak times there may be a wait to each end, possibly in the future. Although, one of the other plus sides to this service is that it's completely free, and the service will remain free until April 7, 2026, when we assume, I hope, the Mayor for London will seek additional funding for this service to continue to be free for years to come. As we enter the tunnel here now, I'm going to be quiet for a bit and let you have a look, and then I'll fast forward to the other end where you can see what it's like there and where to get on and off. And here we are as we emerge from the north side of the Thames out at Silvertown, from which we had a lovely, uneventful journey, just the way we like it. On this side of the river where the bus finishes, we'll also see that this journey is actually duplicated from the O2 Arena to Royal Victoria Dock. The IFS cable car, otherwise known as the Dangleway in London for the locals, completes exactly the same journey, but as we all know, the Dangleway is not free, unlike this service we're on now, except for this very little known fact, and that is that bicycles are free before 9:30 AM on Mondays to Fridays. So anybody with a bicycle on a weekday before 9:30 AM can actually travel on the IFS cable car, or Dangleway as we know it, completely for free. Although, this is assuming you don't have an electric bike, because they do not accept electric bikes, unfortunately. And as I promised earlier, here's some views of the folding bike storage areas. You can pop any folding bike in here, unless it's an e-bike, then it has to go at the front regardless. And as we can see, there's lots of seating, so you'll never be left standing on this service, as it only has space for 8 bikes plus folding bikes. On the north side of the River Thames, we pass City Hall, where the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, comes to work. And as we come into the final destination, we can see a bus bound for the opposite direction to Greenwich.
Seagull Lane.
Looking forwards, we can see the Docklands Light Railway, Royal Victoria Station. And just a point to note, for those of you that are relying on your sat-navs, phones and things of the like with the Google Maps and all those, it will try to route you through the station, which unfortunately you have to use the lifts and they don't always work, so you might be better cycling around using the A1011. Now this is the stop on the other side. As you can see, plenty of space to wait and sit and lean your bike up against the shelter. And you can see bike racks as well, so if you come over and want to park your bike up to get on the train, you can do that as well. And here's a map of the service so you can get a better idea. If you'd like to, pause the video here to take some notes on where you need to be. But that's all for this video, so thank you for joining us and keeping along with us this far. If you've liked what you've seen, do hit that subscribe button and the like, and I will see you next time. Take care and goodbye.